Hi again, and welcome to another Engage Your Voice group question and answer mastermind. As you can tell, it's just me today. And there's a couple of different reasons for that. First of all, we're on a day that's not typically the day we have scheduled. Unfortunately, I have to have a surgery tomorrow, so I can't be with you during our normal scheduled time. But I think one of the other reasons comes from a couple of emails that I've received. Today is election day, and people have a lot on their mind with this particular election going on, regardless of who your candidate is or what your feelings are. There's a lot of stress. And one of the questions that came to me from one of our members who could not be here was, how do you deal in business with clients or colleagues who take a very differing opinion from your own? And I thought about this for a while, and I think I would treat it the same way as anytime you have a differing viewpoint. It doesn't matter the politics. It doesn't matter what the topic. It could be something as crazy as, difference of opinion of a sports team. The way that you proceed with the conversation has to be the same. It has to be one of openness and mutual respect, even if the other person isn't as respectful as maybe you'd like them to be. Give them the opportunity to have a conversation like a couple of adults. Typically, if I'm in a situation and it's a difficult conversation with differing opinions, I go in from the point of wanting to learn why the other person feels the way they do without saying it's wrong or coloring it with my opinion. I want to learn where they're coming from. And that's typically where we find our common ground. And we take a situation that could be very caustic in nature sometimes into something that's a bit more civilized. Because after all, we just want to talk like a couple of human beings, and we don't want to ruin that personal nor professional relationship. So I'm always curious as to what made them come to the conclusions and beliefs that they have. And you'll find that there tends to be more commonalities than not when you get into the discussion. By doing that, it also takes the tone down. It makes the other person feel less defensive, that they're on equal footing, that it's a safe place that they can talk about, even if you don't agree. Have some guidelines. Don't allow name calling, don't allow things to get out of control, and keep an open mind. It's always a smart move to challenge your own ideas, regardless of how much research we've done. Sometimes we'll find that little piece that makes us go, huh, I hadn't considered that. And that's how we end up coming together and working together, and, well, at least having a constructive conversation. You aren't there to change someone's mind, and they shouldn't be there to change yours. It's there to just have an open, curious, respectful conversation. Some people don't want to talk politics, and I'm all for that most of the time. I've got so many other things that I'd want to speak to my clients and colleagues about, things with business. Some people will want to engage, and you may not want to. At that point, be respective, and at your earliest convenience, you can go ahead and change the topic back to more of a professional discussion if need be. Overall, there needs to be that modicum of mutual respect, even if you don't necessarily respect or agree with the positions. The person is more than a single belief. The person is more than a checkbox in a booth somewhere. You're working with these people, with your clients, with your colleagues for a reason. And you need to figure out how to keep those wheels turning. So as you go out after this election day, and I'm sure there will be conversations to come, one of the things I would recommend is go in with curiosity. You may learn something new, they might learn something new. You both can take something positive away from it, and you keep the relationship, your messaging, and your conversation strong. I wish you all the best today and for the next several days to come. Our next, I believe, our next Engage Your Voice group mastermind will be, I think it's November 20th. Bear with me as I double check the calendar. I'm not spending an hour here going to preach to you about any messaging or what have you, but I did want to answer that quick question for you that came to me via email. So yes, it would be Wednesday, November 20th, and it'll be at our normal time, our normal day, 1:30 p.m. Central, 12:30 Mountain, 2:30 Eastern, and I guess that makes it what, 11:30 Pacific. That should cover most of the time zones. Until then, if you have questions, feel free to email me at share@speakingwithshare.com, and I'll see you next time so that we can both engage our voices. See you later.